Welcome to the Life on Tap podcast, where we hope you rediscover your potential so that you feel confident, clear, and independent. Have you inadvertently put yourself last all these years by putting others first, only to wake up in your midlife and find yourself lost in the shuffle? Girl, I have so been there. Let me share with you the lessons I've learned to create a new direction to rediscover yourself. Together, let's go on a journey of mastering your potential, tapping into the power that already exists inside of you. We'll talk confidence, self-care, organization, health and well-being, money mindsets, financial hacks, and how to kick your limiting beliefs to the curb for good. We will find and establish your vision, get crystal clear on it. This is your blueprint, your life untapped. I'm your host, Francine Rivera, lifestyle consultant and certified health coach. I'm also the founder of the Life Untapped coaching system, where you can earn as you learn with our affiliate program. Check it out at thelifeuntapped.com and grab our free mini course, The Guilt-Free Balanced Life, while you are there. Are you ready for your blueprint? Let's dig in. Welcome back, friend. So we've been talking a little bit about change lately and staying sane during busy seasons of our life. And if you heard last week's episode with my friend Jolie, how she left the corporate world, a really good paying job and all the security that comes with it, to run her own consignment boutique. So why are some people able to take that jump into the unknown and others paralyzed by their fear of failure? Look, there's been times that fear of failure have held me back, and that's just something you just have to work on constantly, because you can't let it paralyze you. You just won't reach your goals and all that you are designed and destined to be. I always remember the story of the Spanx founder, Sarah Blakely. If you've heard her story, the one part that sticks out to me is when she was growing up as a child, sitting at the dinner table. Her father would ask all of them, all the kids, "So what did you fail at today?" And they made it into a game, and they had to tell their biggest failures. And I was like, how freaking cool is that? Because we're taught to be scared of failure, almost, that failure was a bad thing. And here was this parent instilling a belief into his young children that it's okay to fail. In fact, let's celebrate your failures, because that meant you were trying. And I try to do that now with my granddaughter, so she's not scared of failure, because I think it's just from the time that we're young, well, not so young, because heck, when you're trying to walk, right? Would ever see, okay, we're moms here, most of us. When your child starts to walk, they fall a lot, and they don't quit and say, "That's it, I'm never doing this again." And no, they get back up and they do it, and we're cheering them on. I don't know at what point in life, what stage, where we just, we fail and we're like, "Oh, let's not try that again." I don't know, and that just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. And it's something I think about a lot. Like, at what age does that change? So anyway, I think that as a grown-up, we've had all these years thinking, for the most part, that failure was bad and avoid failure at all costs. I think we have to just reframe our beliefs about it. You have to realize where failure comes from. I think we're embarrassed. It's ego, a lot of that. We have to reframe it, right? Get to where it comes from. And like I said, a lot of it is the ego, fear of failure, because we don't want to look stupid. It's embarrassing. We don't want people to know that we fail. So a lot of it is probably trying to get rid of what we care, what other people think about it. But let's reframe our beliefs about it, learn to think more positive, and by thinking that failure is just data for moving forward. You're just collecting data, what works, what doesn't work. Like the light bulb, how many times did Thomas Edison fail for that one before, he came up with it? And I remember reading the stat on that a while ago. I don't have it in front of me. Michael Jordan, how many times did he miss the basket as opposed to sinking the ball in the basket? More times than sinking the ball. Like, what if he gave up? The Wright brothers, if you've heard that story of their failure, could you imagine, the mother of the Wright brothers having her friends over, and their friends are like, oh, what's wrong with your sons? So there's all this, again, embarrassment around it and the fear of just looking not smart or not good enough. And those all come from limiting beliefs. And these are all things I encourage you to dig deep on and explore, because until you get to the root cause and really go deep on a lot of these issues, you're just going to have a hard time going forward in the rest of your life and everything you do. So get with a coach, get with a therapist, get with whoever, whatever, go to the library, rent the books. There's free sources out there, but you need to explore this area, because if not, you're going to stay in a paralyzed state of, I'm going to stay safe and I'm not going to take any chances because I'm safe. Well, that's kind of boring, my friend. Okay. I think we need to experience both sides of the pendulum. Staying in the middle is just safe. Okay. You need to really take chances. Now, they should be thought out. I'm not saying to do crazy things without thinking or planning, where you make risky. I'm not saying to do anything risky. Being smart about your next move in life is encouraged. Okay. But this is about overcoming your fear of failing. We can have childhood events that maybe we made a mistake and, I don't know, a teacher maybe came down on us, or a parent came down on us, or whatever. And you have to realize these triggers from past traumas shaped who we are now. So again, that's why we need to dig deep and do the hard work. Figuring out the root cause of fear, these are all negative emotions, but if you start to spin it in that all your past failures is just data for how you should be doing things going forward. And there is a way to train your mind to come out of this. Like, don't try to figure out things all by yourself. You can seek, success leaves clues, right? So follow people who have done what you want to do. And I'm not saying to totally mimic them, because you have to be yourself, but there's a path that they follow that you can learn from. Be conscious of your thoughts and practice mindfulness. And you really have to train your brain to stop that fear response, or at least acknowledge it, capture that thought, right? Capture that thought. And then just think, is this still the smart path? And it's okay to change direction. It's okay. Like I said, you have to figure this out, my friend. There is nothing worse in life than being paralyzed and not taking that chance. Not taking the chance on being the person that God designed you to be. I do not want to get to the end of my life and have my Creator say to me, I gave you those dreams. I gave you those skills. Why didn't you do anything with them? Ouch. Like, I do not want to hear that. So that's my short message for today. We've been talking about change a lot, and I feel we the conversation on fear just had to come up, right? So until next time, my friend, remember, you are worth it. Thanks so much for listening. But before you go, if you found value in today's show, I would love it if you would take a screenshot of this episode and share it with others on social media. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and head on over to iTunes or wherever you listen to rate and leave a review. It is how we can empower, educate, and shift how others visualize their lives. Until next time, my friend, remember to live a life untapped. You are worth it.